as we get ready for Game 4, what do you think we're going to see, guys?
I think it's going to be pretty true, at least the first couple of bans. On the side of SoaR, like I said, if they're not able to prioritize the Zeus for themselves, it's most definitely going to be taken away. And this is, like Zach was talking about, Eager starting to adapt since they just lost their first game in this set. And I think that it was a very smart choice by them to go ahead, take away the bots, and they're going to stay true to that Ao Kuang ban as well. They're not trying to let Chapo get any kind of hard carry potential. God.
Yeah, and that's a smart strategy by Eager, because a lot of times you will see Chapo just flat out carry the game, and he did a good job of that last time. Glad to see the Zeus ban rather from SoaR, and I like the Sylvanas from Eager. They're staying strong with their comp. They said, you know, the Humbats is a little bit too much to deal with though, but I think we still want to run, you know, the same base, the core.
Yeah, and SoaR, I wouldn't be surprised to see Uzi opt for the Odin 4th time around. You know, the Eager already showed that they're looking for a healing composition with the Sylvanas pick. So it would be pretty safe, I'd assume, with considering the fact that Zeus is already taken off the table. Really important pickup, though, to go ahead and take that Scylla for Challenger. He really came to life in that last game, and his synchronization with Chapo, I think, is a lot more online than what it has been. And yeah, you can see SoaR going ahead, opting for the Odin Scylla, so definitely just trying to run it back.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear that SoaR has a strategy. They've played the Odin, they want the Odin, but you know, here, like we talked about, the Nike has been a problem for SoaR. So here they said, okay, no, you aren't even going to get a chance to ban it because we're going to pick it here in the first round. And I like the Chronos pick also. Cougar, I mean, he didn't do as well last game on the Soul, so hey, you know what? We got a chance here to pick the Chronos, pick the Chronos.
Yeah, and he also has that rewind ult, right, which allows him to be able to escape out of that Odin cage. That's pretty smart there. But now the Jingwei comes out, and this is where it gets interesting because it almost feels like both teams are trying to go for their best, which is exciting, right? It's like, all right, you know what? You dominated us before with this. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing. I want everyone at 100%.
Yeah, and I think it'll also be really interesting to see how the Nike Chronos pans out without that Zeus, because I do feel like the Zeus was a pretty critical part of that draft that Eager was trying to run. And so without it, I feel like SoaR will have a little bit more potential as far as lockdown, like they had success with in the last game. And so I think it'll definitely be interesting to see how the Odin pans out against those characters now without any kind of massive AoE ult bearing down on them as they're trying to capitalize on the Odin ring.
Right, and you see the Awilix also banned for SoaR. Mifflin has shown time and time again that he wants the Awilix, so I like the Awilix ban there, and also the Vulcan ban too, which is a great ban because I know Delta Marine loves his Vulcan. And Ares targeted at Brochacho. We know not a lot of people play Ares, but Brochacho is one of the few, and his Ares is very good. So I like that ban coming out. Guan Yu also for SoaR, most likely going to see that in the support role. I know Chach loves Guan Yu. Uzi's more of an Odin player, so we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, and I think it's also really smart by SoaR leaving that last pick slot for Chapo's jungler because it gives them a little bit more variety. They're going to be able to see the full composition of Eager, and Chapo is a very strong mechanical player, and he can really show up on almost any jungler. I feel like his god pool is very wide and flexible, and so I feel like he's just going to go for something that can really synchronize up with the Scylla, and as long as Chapo and Challenger are on the same page, then SoaR's draft can really come together as a whole.
Yeah, and I like that. Giving Chapo a chance to counterpick, you know, the whole composition for Eager. He says, okay, this is what Eager has. Now this is what I want to play against it. You could see the Thor here. I think he's going to go the Thor here, but yeah, Hebo Ratatosker, that's a lot of damage.
I would like to see him opt for potentially a Fenrir. I'm not sure how likely it is going to come out, considering that Thor is on the table. But I feel like it would be a very strong pick, especially against the Havois, because of the fact that the Brutalize is knock-up immune on Fenrir, and so he would have a lot more chase potential and just overall able to just stay on top of that Havois so he can't really escape.
It's going to be the Naja Scylla, though. Naja Scylla, one of the most potent wombo combos we have in SMITE. I mean, that's, you go up in the air, come down, and you're dead to Scylla ult. So I like SoaR's comp here, I really do.
And well, I'm sure Tully's happy to see the Naja as well. he was raving about it the other day. All right, guys, this is it. Does Eager close it out, or can SoaR force that Game 5? Taco?
I want to see it go to Game 5. I'm going to go for SoaR on this one.
All right, blindly going for SoaR. I respect it.
Nah, I like SoaR's comp. I think it's going to Game 5.
All right, it could go to Game 5, folks. Can SoaR do it? Can SoaR force Eager's hand, or will Eager become the SMITE console world champions. Let's go ahead, send it over to your casters.
Thank you, analyst. The Hebo pick, that's pretty spicy.
It is a little spicy, but Nasha, though, a little spicier as well.
Not only is Nisha spicy, but it's really good with the Scylla, so the combo overall is going to be really good.
We saw Cherio just do such a fantastic job with Sanguine making this strategy on the map, and now SoaR going to be the ones to execute it. The question is, are they going to be able to execute it efficiently enough? Are they going to overextend and try to do it, or are they going to be more patient like they were the last game?
I'm also confused why Chapo didn't go for the Finner pick, as Tak also said. The Finner looks so strong against the matchup as Eager have right now.
So
against the Sylvanas knockup, you can brutalize and basically keep on him. Also the Hebo, and Cubofed loves having Finra versus Ratatoskast, so I know for a fact that matchup is also all right.
You do have the stun coming out of Mifflin, so that could have been one option to deter.
Yeah.
I think it was more worried about making sure that Chalibur is in the most comfortable position that he could be in. We saw what he was not really able to be efficient on the Zhong Kui, but now on the Scylla in the last game, he was just going off.
And once again, they give the setup for Chalibur. They have the Nisha to set up. Before it was the Terra. So I'm going to be looking at Chapo and Chalibur here, whether they're going to play a little bit better together. And also, the Guan Yu is so good against the Sylvanas as a whole. Also knock up immune. Also against the Hebo. He can basically... Usually when I play against Hebo or Poseidon, I go for the Bluestone and I can run him down and kill him instantly.
Yet again, though, we see SoaR Gaming being given this Odin, and yet again, a lot of immobile gods on the side of Team Eager.
Right, they have the Hebo, they have the Sylvanas, and that's the targets Oz is going to be looking for.
Look at this invade, though, coming out of Eager. They're going to allow SoaR to get these Harpies, but they're going to try to get an early first blood, or at least poke them out to get it themselves. Great job by Eager.
They could have gotten a kill there, but Delta Marine actually going for the mid camps instead. So now Storm is just going to poke Marine out, and overall it's a 1-for-1 trade.
So much action already on the right-hand side. The blue buff did get stolen away, having to jump.
And that's a disengage from SoaR, but Dwurst still wants to go in here, just chasing them all the way back to their tower. Going to head towards his wave now. So yet again, we see this very big early groupings in the solo lane.
So this is what Eager has to do. They cleared the wave first. They managed to poke out Uzi. They lost their own blue, but they're going to go for a blue buff invade of their own. They have to watch out, though, because now that SoaR has finished the wave, they're going to be contesting this one, and you have to respect the ring bounces.
Chapo looking to get that toss off. Jelly taking so much damage. The crit there was huge for Chapo. The root was better from Jelly, but it's not going to be long for him to live. First blood goes to Chapo. He might not have much longer to live himself. Doesn't get the sash off. Delta Marine manages to get the kill.
And Delta Marine's here doing so much damage. Uzi's in the awkward position. Didn't have the jump, so trading that 2-for-1. Despite Chapo getting that first blood, I think it still favors Eager here because of what they get afterwards.
For sure, but this comes down to Eager getting level 2 before SoaR, so getting that extra spell did so much for Eager.
Chapo was in a good position to get the ring bounces off. He got that immensely fortunate crit onto Jelly just to get him low enough to get that first blood, but the rest of his teammates seemed like they didn't really want to be as close as Chapo was.
Also, Delta Marine getting that really good rotation in over Chalibur. He had the pressure in the mid lane, so he was able to rotate towards the speed buff, and Hebo early is evil.
Chapo being taken down there. We've seen in the first 2 games that when Chapo's fallen behind, all of SoaR tends to fall behind. Could we see something similar happening this game?
I think yes and no, because the fact that he started off the reinforced Greaves, and off of that first blood, he got the Bumbus Mask. So he's going to be able to start snowballing a little bit more with his mobility from the boots and every single time he ring bounces.
And I think it's all right, Chapo being behind for once. He's not going to get cocky. He's not going to go in too aggressive. He's going to look for the save picks, and I think that might change his mentality as a whole. So maybe it's actually good.
He has to be a little bit more passive to be able to set up Chalibur in these spots. And once he hits level 5, they're going to be able to look for some sort of wombo combo. I wouldn't even be surprised if they tried to focus out Jelly before he gets any sort of defensive items.
And I hope this Nasha Scylla combo is really practiced, because they want to get that Scylla ultimate off immediately after Chapo's ultimate. Otherwise, Jelly is going to get that shield off and basically absorb all of the damage.
Dwurst back on this Nike should be able to get a decent amount of lane pressure and potentially prevent early rotations out of Uzi. You know, Nike just such a strong character in terms of not only clear, but setup and frontline ability as well.
She has the shield from her ultimate. She has a great knockup in her jump. She has the disarm. Some tools to her disposal.
Team Eager have really good potential to win this game.
Oh, here we go. The Radtoss get in the air, doesn't knock anyone up. Ultimate coming out of Delta Marine. SoaR just barely managed to get out. Iron Monster doesn't land as Air Cougar gets a great kill there. Excellent rotation from Eager. Chapo taking the poke. Worse, he manages to find the kill. Actually, it's Mifflin that gets it. Airstrike comes through from Stormy Rays, but excellent gank there from Eager.
And for nothing, Eager on top of that one. Unfortunately, El Chapo still only level 4. They didn't get the execution that they wanted to.
I was just about to say this before this fight happened. Eager is going to be looking at the Scylla right now. He's the only magical damage onto SoaR right now, so if they shut him down, they can go full physical protection, and they'll be so safe in the fights.
Not only that, you also have Delta Marine playing the Habwa, and if this Habwa gets ahead, gets a little bit more levels, he's going to start doing work with those water sprouts.
How come we don't traditionally see Habwa in competitive Smite?
I mean, overall, it's way too easy to shut down. Also, if you just fight in the jungle, this Goon, you can basically kill him alone. Even without the Bluestone, as I've been talking about, you can kill him. And if the Goon just sticks onto him, he will not do anything in the fight. But they took a fight with basically Eager in the favor, so...
As long as Eager commits to the same target, then it's going to be very easy for this Habwa to get the damage that he needs to get off. Normally, we see a lot of different mages in the meta because it's so much easier to land their abilities. They have more area of effect, but Mifflin, he wants to find Stormy Rays. Not going to find the stun, though.
Excellent dash there from Stormy Rays, but still takes a good amount of poke. We can see Chapo hanging around the side. He might be looking for the pick on a Mifflin, but doesn't manage to land the sash.
Not going to find it. It's going to allow the disengage to occur. Blue buff, though, getting contested. Ozzy's going to find it with the Wrath. Just going to casually walk away after the slow. Still with the knockup, but you're not going to want to dive this tier 2 for the kill.
So despite the fact that SoaR had a lot of mana and his ultimate online, there's still way too risky for play at the 5-minute mark.
And SoaR just being so far behind in XP right now, just bringing Eager so aggressive into the map, and they can basically go for all the invades.
Now in the goal here, Air Cougar forced into the purification, which allows Chapo to take him to the sky, and guess what's landing for him when he comes? I'm a monster.
Chalaba misses the second strike there, though. Delta Marine looking for a target now. They find Chapo, knock him up. Second knockup's available. Chapo's still alive. Great meditation and heal there from Brochacha, but Mifflin's here with the extra damage. Stormy Rays, though, picks up Delta Marine. It worst. Oh my goodness, so much damage there onto Brochacha.
2 for 2. The ultimate from Habwa was good, but it put him in a really awkward position to allow a collapse from SoaR, finding a squishy kill.
What a great ultimate coming out from Chapo right there, getting out that Kronos immediate of the fight. This just comes down to Eager's duos out-rotating Aussie completely, and that's why they got an equal fight.
You have to be holding hand-to-hand in the jungle against the members of SoaR, because obviously they're going to be doing the same thing between the Naja and the Scylla.
And right now, Air Cougar's speed is down, so Chapo's going to go straight to that dual lane and try to get that pick again.
They better make sure they get the kill, because otherwise their rewind will get him out of dodge, and that's going to reset the whole team fight into Eager's favor. But now Delta Marine getting caught, use some purification, trying to find the right ultimate, but still nothing.
And that's what I was talking about. He have no mobility, he's so easy to catch out, and that's what they did.
And it forces the ultimate out of Mifflin as well, so a lot down now for Team Eager.
Didn't have the ultimate to escape that one, so SoaR finding one pick. They find the root and the stun. Got the purification pull slightly off the mark. SoaR going to be able to push out this mid wave beforehand. They could look for the speed buff invade.
And SoaR's playing their combo so well. It's so unfortunate they got behind in the early game. Otherwise, they would have leaded this.
And now speed buff is being contested off of that one pick. SoaR's trying to hold it on, but I'm a monster. And the cavalry charge being used.
Eager chasing now. There's the cage out of Osley. Mifflin stuck in there with him, but look at this. It's blocking off Dwurst and Jelly completely from the rest of his team. Great disengage there from SoaR.
A lot of ultimates being exchanged, but overall, at the end of the day, Mifflin still finding his own speed buff. Dwurst taking so much poke from Air Cougar.
Not going to amount to anything, though, in the mid lane, other than maybe the heal on tower. The Sylvanas heals at this point are giving them a lot of sustain. Mifflin actually picks up Chalabra on the side. They're looking for El Chapo here, knocked up by Dwurst into Stormy Rays, but Chapo, excellent ultimate there to save himself. Ozzy looking to do some damage. Dwurst actually might pay for his life. El Brochacha gets a kill. Delta Marine with the ultimate 3-man knockup from Jelly, but Stormy Rays gets a kill.
Eager, too ambitious, but look at Air Cougar, not on the mark, unfortunately, for the time ref. Finding 2, only losing SoaR in the process. SoaR walk away with one.
And Team Eager, 8 minutes in and just diving the tier 2 tower. I have no idea why they went so aggressive.
I mean, to be fair, they got the tier 1 mid tower earlier on, so that gives them a little bit of a safety net to still retreat down the mid lane, but losing 2 members there is not smart.
What was great there was Chapo kept himself alive with his ultimate and with his heals, and that allowed Elbro Charger to come in, give him some more heals, and Eager just threw so much into Chapo. The sustain kept him alive, and there was nothing left to fight the rest of SoaR.
Luckily, Eager didn't lose any other objectives after losing those 2 members. They defended their own speed buff, which allowed them to still chase down, because we saw the Ama Monster come out, we saw Uzi's ultimate Cage come out, so this is why Eager wanted to keep chasing SoaR, maybe finding something in return.
Yeah, and right now SoaR actually fought back a little bit, almost equal in gold, but Chapo's still going to be looking for these ultimates and trying to get that combo off, because if they fight the Kibo or if they fight the Chronos, they're going to get one shot by the combo.
The problem that I'm noticing is the fact that Chapo's 2 levels behind Mifflin at this point, and he's building defensively. You know, he went the reinforced Greaves at level 1, which was what allowed him to get the first blood, but now getting caught out of position again is Chapo taking one into the sky.
Mifflin goes up as well, looking to get the return. I'm a Monster comes down, but does no damage there to Brochacho. Mifflin looking for Chapo, picks him up. Delta Marine knocks up SoaR. There's the heal though from Brochacho. Delta Marine rooted in place, and here's Uzi with the cage. He's looking for Delta Marine, actually just backing away now because Stormy raises in some trouble. Airstrike out of danger, but Air Cougar's so fast. He's using the rewind to try and get back, but it goes the wrong way. Uzi picks up Dwurst.
It seems that Dwurst was diving just too hard in the back, and now Stormy Rays, he had nowhere to go except south, allowing Mifflin to make that rotation overall 1 for 1.
Stormy should have gone for the suicide there, just going straight to their tower and just killed himself, so Team Eager wouldn't have gotten anything. Instead, he just dies to them instead, but it's all right.
We're going to see Mifflin trying to find another pick. Elbert Chacha not having much mana, just needs to find a few more in. He has, but a nice meditation bait. Here comes another member, Uzi, trying to find the soul purification with Air Cougar right around the corner, even stunning SoaR on the back.
Great work by Air Cougar thus far in this game, really starting kind of to develop into this carry that Eager really needs.
Yeah, but we also saw this in the first game. Air Cougar just bullying out Stormy every single time, and he's doing it once again this game, and if he keeps this up, he might be able to carry it as he did in the first game.
And yet again as well, Mifflin got a 2-level advantage over El Chapo, 5-0 and 4. Really as well as Air Cougar, the one that's carrying this game for Eager.
And it just comes down to Chapo being dead 4 times and losing a lot of farm. He can't really do anything at this point. And as I was saying before, if SoaR and Chapo misses their combo, it's going to be horrible for the team fight. SoaR also in that fight before missed his ultimate. And
Fury though being started 11 minutes into the game. Members of Eager not around the corner, but SoaR just going to let that one drop. They see Jelly and they want to get him.
Mifflin's low in the sky. I'm a Monster is from SoaR here looking for a target off the mark though. Here's the heals from Jelly. Eager can look for the re-engage.
And SoaR's ultimate is down right now. Team Eager should really start baiting this goal for you and just take the fight, because it's going to be easy. 2 ultimates being traded by both teams. You don't have Ama Monster, you don't have the cavalry charge, but on the other hand, now Mifflin and Jelly's ultimates is going to be difficult for either team to really find the right opportunity, but Jelly is still looking for something around the corner. Maybe could catch SoaR and force that purification. And Brochacho's out of mana, so this is going to be really good for Team Eager if they just bait this goal for you.
All right, we see Eager starting up the Gold Fury here. SoaR Gaming not quite in the area. A lot of damage coming through. It seems like Eager want to commit to this. SoaR doesn't even have a chance to steal it. Eager takes the Gold Fury, but here's RZK. Tremendous knock up there. Delta Marine gets 1. Air Cougar gets the 2nd kill here. And now Team Eager gets the Gold Fury and 2 kills.
That's the damage coming out of Delta Marine's Habois. 1 level ahead of SoaR, finding a great knockup, just utilizing his water cannon, and that's what is allowing Eager to get ahead.
And what is SoaR doing? They went in even though the goal free already was down.
And now still going forward some more. Dwurst is never satisfied, it seems, with only 2 kills, only 1 goal free. Nah, let's get 3.
Left-hand side tier 1 tower being focused by Delta Marine and Mifflin. Mifflin, a decent amount of penetration online at the moment with this Jotun's Wrath. Right-hand side, though, we see Chapo splitting a tower.
Chapo splitting this tower is going to be really good. He is going to get the farm from the lane, so he's probably going to get a little bit more XP, getting him in the game again, making it easier for them to use their combo.
The problem is Chapo playing this Najjar. Whenever a Najjar gets behind, that's one of the worst junglers you could be playing to, because now your damage is so far behind the enemy jungler that you're almost useless. You're basically an ult bot, but this is one of the hardest ultimates in the game to hit.
right. And that's also why I would have loved to see the Fenrir. His whole kit is so good against Team Eager's combo, and the Sha is such a risky pick as a whole. If you pre-beat his ultimate, he's basically useless for the whole fight.
Sometimes you have to risk it for the biscuit, and it feels like SoaR having a lot of confidence picking up this Naja, trying to make it work with Chalibur Scylla. Instead, though, falling behind pretty early in the game, though. They're still in it. It's only 13 minutes. SoaR still struggling, though, about 3,000 behind.
Well, Air Cougar here caught within 3 members of SoaR Gaming, but he's going to be able to get away with that accelerate. Delta Marine around the corner as well. I'm looking again at Mifflin. We're seeing him go towards this Void Shield. Yet again, why is this such an effective item, particularly on Ratatoska?
Especially against the Naja. You having the Void Shield, you're going to be able to blow up this slightly tanky Naja. You want to be able to survive the initial burst damage, because if you mitigate the Naja damage with that physical defense, now you'll definitely survive that Crush a monster combo that's waiting for you.
And as a Nisha, you usually want to engage, just having that protection is going to be good.
Beautiful stun coming out of Air Cougar, stopping the dash mid-flight. Stormy Rays always on the lesser end of this trade.
Air Cougar, yeah, I was saying before, he's just really stepped it up in this series. You know, we were talking on the analyst desk that, you know, Air Cougar will be consistent for his team, but not necessarily carry. Delta Marine taking a lot of damage here. There's the ultimate out of the Harbour. Chapo took one up into the sky, but it was worse. That's the wrong target there, Chapo. Delta Marine, Water Cannon doesn't do enough, but Mifflin gets the kill there. 2-man knockup by Jelly. Delta Marine looking for some more damage. Ozzy's a target. Excellent spout from Delta Marine. And there's 2 members dead of SoaR. All 5 of Eager still up, but they're diving this tower.
They want it, but Air Cougar falls, but he doesn't find the rewind. Dwarst falls in return. Delta Marine blinking in. Mifflin gonna connect into the tier 2 tower, rooting Brochacho into place. It was a beautiful bait by Brochacho earlier on that blue buff. He heals up Ozzy. He finds the meditation. He wasted so much time from Delta Marine.
SoaR was trying to force that fight way too hard, and that's why they lost in the fight. Team Eager then diving the tower was a huge mistake, because the tower damage was way too hard for Team Eager to handle.
Especially with Delta Marine being distracted in that blue buff. Had they had the Habwa damage, then sure, that damage would have confirmed more kills, especially considering the fact that Air Cougar's rewind didn't come off.
And I feel if SoaR just had a proper call, they could either have killed the Ratatoska or the Hebo. They didn't really commit to either target, so they just ended up letting both go.
Mid lane, Stormy Rays pushing some minions towards the tower, but Jelly and Delta Marine gonna be there. After that fight, not really much on the map for either team to take advantage of. Gold Fury still down for about another minute. Everyone's buffs now starting to fall as well. Mid camps have spawned, but really nothing much coming out of that fight other than just a bit of golden experience traded back and forth.
SoaR right now have a lot of objective damage, but wait a minute.
In the mid lane, though, they want to find more kills. Delta Marine, though, nice crushing wave to prevent the sash. Chalibur taking a lot of poke in return, though. Mifflin's not done with it yet. Gonna force the Sanctuary.
Stormy Rays doing some damage here, but Mifflin gets the kill onto Chalibur, and that is huge. The Armor Monster no longer available for SoaR Gaming. Dwarf pulling out Brochacho here. Stormy Rays gets caught. Mifflin takes some damage from Ozzy, though. Ozzy, great case to keep Eager in place, but Dwarf is here, forcing out the airstrike from Stormy Rays. Delta Marine throws forward that carpet. They're looking for the tier 2 tower.
SoaR can't find the kill against Eager. The sustain is good to keep Mifflin topped off. It was a nice cage onto Mifflin, but no one to really follow up, and that would have been the perfect opportunity to find a trade 1-for-1 because of how far ahead Mifflin is with 7 kills. If you kill him now, the bounty is going to be incredible.
And SoaR just tunnel-vision way too hard onto the hero there. But then again, Marine playing really well.
Chapo might be caught out here by Dwarf, but Dwarf doesn't have any spells up to finally finish off Chapo, and Chapo healing himself up there with that Naja too.
Despite not finding the kill, this is what you have to do just to allow more of an advantage for Mifflin to get ahead of Chapo. You don't find the kill, but you force Chapo to back. There's more travel time to go from the fountain to the waves, less experience for Chapo.
And with the lead Team Eager have right now, they want to back, they want to get their items, and then want to start get the war control onto the goal and start fighting that. What I want to see out of SoaR is a little bit spicy things now. Maybe they could go, there's no wards onto the Fire Giant, and they could do that.
If they find Air Cougar with an ulti combo, is that what they're going for?
Mifflin up in the air here looking for a target, but nothing doing as SoaR disengaged from the Gold Fury, so that's a big ultimate down there for Team Eager.
Not finding the global presence there. Dwarf's ultimate's still on cooldown, so 4 ultimates on the side of SoaR. Still waiting on Stormy Rays. Both teams waiting each other out. Who's gonna bite first in this chicken game?
I mean, Eager want to look for the fight, and I feel like SoaR is way too weak to do that. They need to wait until Team Eager is on that goal free, or they have to realize there's no wards onto the right map. they can sneak this Fire Giant if they just realize it.
What I really liked there was Mifflin went and stole the speed buff away from SoaR Gaming, denying farms to Chapo, who had to hang around that Gold Fury.
3-level lead as a result for Mifflin, still doing a good job being on top of it. SoaR has to respond to the snowball that Mifflin's been getting himself. If they don't find a kill on him soon, he's just going to go out of control, especially once Delta Marine starts hitting closer to level 20.
SoaR got to be careful here that they're not overforcing. All of Team Eager is around and they're caught now.
We see Mifflin round the back, low mana here. Over the wall is Ozzy, but the Sanctuary is beautiful from Mifflin, but there's a lot more damage to follow up on that. Nowhere for the Rat to run. Great stuff from Brochacho. Ozzy gets the kill here. Here's the rest of Team Eager. Dwarf's forced to jump away. Stun comes through from Air Cougar. SoaR, though, get a free pick.
And Ratatoska had no ultimate there. Going behind, then first getting full speed. It was just a very risky call. He shouldn't have done that.
That's a play that Chapo should have been making at this point, because you're so far behind. You have to go for something crazy. You don't have to go for anything crazy if you're Mifflin. And now the bounty has been credited to SoaR. Dwarfs jumping in.
2-man knockup, 3-man knockup though from Jelly. There's the crushing wave. Jelly gets a kill, and now it's even footing. Delta Marine gets a kill. Air Cougar gets a kill. Brilliant execution here from Eager, and now SoaR Gaming have to run away. Gold Fury still leashed by Eager. They're going to get this for free.
It was a disadvantage because Mifflin was dead, but they had the damage that they needed with Delta Marine's ultimate. Great knock-up opportunity between the Sylvanas and the Nike, but they're not done yet. They want Chapo. They got him.
Delta Marine gets the kill with the spout, and now the tier 2 tower is the target for Eager.
And that was just a great engage coming out from Dwarf. Also getting the 4-man ultimate. He got so much damage off this fight.
Look at that experience difference. Nearly 13,000 in favor of Team Eager. The gold difference, 5,700. Fire Giant being started up here from Eager. Ozzy knows that this is going on. The Fire Giant's getting very low already, under 50% HP. Ozzy, does he have his Wrath up? He does. He could steal this one away. Job again looking to do the damage. He's stunned in place. Can he get off? Brilliant pull there from Jelly, and the Fire Giant's still not dead. Ozzy falls down, but he takes one with him. Team Eager take the Fire Giant.
Brochacho's here with the horse. I'm a monster trying to find the Haba. He realizes the carpet movement speed to get away. Air Cougar sanctions away. Shaliber finding Mifflin, at least trading out one member there, not going to have the Fire Giant as well as Mifflin and Dwarfs.
And SoaR's not going to be able to push anything down, so a great call coming out from Team Eager right there. Getting a safe Fire Giant, they will be able to siege after this. They might be able to get this tier 1, but it's not going to hurt Team Eager as a whole. It's not too much gold anyways.
All right, mid-tier 1 tower going to fall, as you mentioned. A little bit of return there for SoaR Gaming, but overall, this game very heavily in favor of Team Eager at the moment, and if they win this one, they are the world champions.
And that's the thing about Nisha as well. If you will probably never get behind in the early game, but if you do, you're completely useless. We haven't talked about Chapo at all this game because he haven't been doing anything. Can't do anything.
We've been talking about him, but for all the wrong reasons, right? Because of the disparity of the gold and the experience. And you get this combo of the Naja Scylla, but both of those members are behind their counterparts.
Yeah, looking at Mifflin, speaking of Chapo's counterparts, gone for the Shifter's Shield this game.
I mean, right now, he just want to be the diving backline. So getting that extra protection, he's just going to stay alive when he jumps down.
You have to be able to keep yourself a little bit extra timing to allow the rest of your rotations between Delta Marine coming, Air Cougar coming. We saw what happened when Mifflin wasn't even in that team fight, right? The damage is there. Now the question is, how long can Mifflin survive? And that Shifter Shield is going to definitely help out.
Right-hand side, tier 1 tower, the focus here from Eager. SoaR Gaming should just give this one up. They're not even back at their tier 2 yet. They might get caught out. Air Cougar, excellent decision here to split push. There's a lot of physical damage coming out from the rest of his team, particularly through Mifflin and Dwarf, so they should be able to take the towers. Ozzy jumps in. SoaR Gaming realize they have the 5-on-4 advantage here.
SoaR or Team Eager don't want to fight this. They have Air Cougar in the left lane, and he's just going to split push this.
They have the experience, and now with those 2 towers on the left-hand side, they get even more gold. They're slowly playing off of their Fire Giant. Mifflin jumping in. He wants to find Brochacho. Look at all that damage.
So much damage on Brochacho. Excellent pull from Jelly. Doesn't get the knockup. Cage comes out from Ozzy. Dwarf jumps backward, but not out of the cage. I'm a monster. Doesn't land. Brilliant dukes there from Delta Marine. And Mifflin comes crashing down from the sky. Knocked up his Shaliber. The heals from Brochacho will keep SoaR healthy.
Delta Marine still has ultimate.
Cougar.
He still has Blink. He's trying to find the right angle. So that's why SoaR's backing off, conceding this tier 2 tower. Has to respect the Habwa.
And that was just great juke coming out from Delta Marine, and he still had his ultimate.
Cougar getting jumped on,
finds the kill on SoaR. Where did you go?
Ozzy here very low, Air Cougar chugging him down, but Delta Marine gets a double kill. Mid to tower is down. Mid Phoenix is the next target here, fully fire gianted, or the carry's fully fire gianted anyway for Team Eager. Middle Phoenix falls down. Right hand side might be the target. Eager actually jumping in there looking for Brochacho. The crush comes through from Shalaba. He dashes away. Air Cougar doesn't land the damage here. Brochacho so low here, but going to get to the fountain.
Finally, they found the mid Phoenix. They're going for the left one. They wanted some kills. They're getting a little bit extra spicy here. They're forcing the ultimate out of Stormy Race, but now the second Phoenix finally falling. The root is good, but it's not enough damage to confirm. They're just too far behind.
And Team Eager with the sustain from Jelly, just being able to stay there for so long. They could possibly have gotten the right thing as well. A little bit risky call, but just a great job. And the keeper was online for sure. He one-shot out Brochacho.
So many great plays this game from Jelly. So many great pulls, knockups from his ultimates. Fantastic work out of the support.
I can't believe this is what's gonna be happening here. Team Eager, they're just one more push away from getting the third win in the set, crowning themselves the SMITE Console World Championship title. Delta Marine, level 20, red buff. He is the damage that Eager is going to have to secure the Titan.
He can get a rod now. He can get a full rod to Hootie.
And Delta Marine have been playing insane in this set, on the Zeus and now on this Hebo. He's realized that he don't have any mobility, so instead of running away, he starts juking all the time, and he's been doing it great this game.
Right-hand side, blue buff gonna fall. 2 Phoenixes down, right-hand side Phoenix the only one left.
And Eager don't want to overextend now. They don't want to push the right lane, even though they could possibly with the 2 Phoenixes down. They're going to wait for the Fire Giant, take it for free, and then slowly siege down the right Phoenix. They have a lot of damage on Air Cougar. That Phoenix is going to melt.
There's only one way for Eager to lose this. If all 5 members sacrifice themselves in the Titan fountain, basically, of SoaR. And they're not going to allow that, obviously, to happen. They're going to play it very slow and methodical. Get the Fire Giant, get the more objective damage that comes with it, and the sustain.
But if Team Eager does a little bit of a mistake, SoaR is going to collapse on it, so they can still be in this game. If they 100% commit to this Fire Giant call and SoaR going for it, then I don't think they are. They are.
All right, SoaR looking to contest this one. They do have 2 Phoenixes down. Mifflin up in the sky here, looking for some targets. It might be the backline here. Chapo takes one up in the sky. It's Delta Marine. He's doing no damage to the Iron Monster. Doesn't even come through. The crush does, but Delta Marine manages to get away. He gets 1 kill, and now SoaR are falling. Delta Marine gets a second. Stormy Race picks up Delta Marine. Airstrike comes through from the Jingwei, but now Eager, they're chasing down Ozzy. They're chasing down Shalaba. They're chasing down the win.
They have to be chasing them down because the Titan is going to be attacked by some fire minions, and that's going to be 3 members dead from SoaR. Only Delta Marine has fallen, and Eager are going into the Titan room.
Air Cougar forced to use the Sanctuary, then the knock-up nearly online there from Stormy Race. In comes to us, they're looking for Shalaba here in the town. Stormy Race taken so low, burns the Sanctuary from him. Back in the town, great pull there from Jelly. They're looking for Shalaba. They're looking for the Titan. Here's Stormy Race low. Stormy Race forced back. Titan down. Titan dead. Eager! They are your console world champions.
Congratulations, Team Eager.
Just a great save by Team Eager as a whole. I'm a little bit disappointed in SoaR overall. I would have loved to see a better combo of the Nisha and the Scylla combo, but it just didn't work out for them.
No, they did a strategy. They wanted to execute it. They got the first blood. Unfortunately, it was Eager that was managing to get the better end of it with the objectives.